Hi Pleasant Plains, this is Mr. Morton from first grade, and I have a story to read to you today. Now first graders know the Finger Retell tool, and in my class we learn a song that goes with it, and if you remember it, you could sing along with me. There's the setting where it takes place, with characters who act out events that are in sequence, beginning, middle, end. A fiction book has all these parts, has all these parts, has all these parts. Not only is the song fun to sing, you can use it to retell the story. So keep that in mind while you're listening, and at the end, you can use the retell tool to tell the story to someone you know. So the story I have today is Lucille Camps In by Catherine Lasky. "Me too," shouted Lucille. Her father was taking her older brother and sister camping. "You'll be in the way," said Franklin. "We'll not," said Lucille. "You're too young to go camping," said Francis. "Am not," said Lucille. "Remember the marshmallows for roasting, Dad," Franklin said. "Look at my new flashlight," Francis said. "Just like Daddy's, a high beam and a low beam." "Me too, not fair," Lucille wailed, stomped her feet, and jumped up and down. "She's doing the Me Too dance," Francis whispered. "Now, Lucille," said her dad, "let's be a good sport. How about I give you my flashlight?" "High and low beams?" Lucille asked. "Right," her father said. The flashlight made Lucille feel better for a little while, but she was sad again as she watched them get ready to leave. Lucille forgot all about the flashlight. Look, there's a speech bubble, and the brother is saying, "Here are the brownies and the gumballs." "Have a good time," called their mother. "Say goodbye, Lucille." Lucille waved goodbye and said, "I don't like any of you." Lucille cried. When she stopped crying, she sulked. "Do you want to play with makeup, Lucille, and put on my new lipstick?" her mother said. "No." "Do you want to sit on my lap and send an email to Grandma?" "No." "Do you want to make cookies, Lucille? You can lick the bowl." "Maybe," said Lucille. Lucille's mom made the cookies. Lucille licked the bowl. Then she napped while the cookies baked. Lucille dreamed of knapsacks and flashlights and tents and roasting marshmallows over a fire. When she woke up, it was almost dark. Dark enough for a flashlight. She turned it on. High beam, then low beam, then high beam again. She had an idea. She went to her bed and got a pillowcase. She filled it with her favorite things. "My knapsack," she said, and swung it over her shoulder. She looked at her plaid bedspread, and she whispered, "Tent." She pulled it off the bed and dragged it down the stairs. Oh, look at the mom. I wonder what she's thinking about all this. What do you think? Me too. "Lucille, what are you doing?" her mother asked. "Camping in," Lucille answered. "This is the tent." "What a good idea," Mom said. "And I even have some extra sleeping bags and a canteen. Can I share the tent with you?" "Sure," said Lucille. "Let's put it up together." Lucille and her mom spread the tent over 3 chairs and a stepladder. It was cozy inside. "What if I start a fire?" said her mom. "We can roast the marshmallows." Dessert before dinner? Lucille could hardly believe it. So they roasted marshmallows and had apple raisins, cheese sandwiches, peanut butter, and crackers, and Lucille's favorite, Mom's chocolate chip cookies. After dinner, they crawled into the tent and snuggled down in their sleeping bags. They left a tent flap open so they could see the moon and the stars through the window. Lucille's mother pointed to the star pictures in the sky. "See the Great Bear? There it is. See the swan? There's its wing." Then Lucille told her mother a moon story. "See that face in the moon?" "The man in the moon," said her mother. "Well," said Lucille, there are really two faces. Two faces? Asked her mom. Yep, Lucille spoke very softly. A mommy and a little girl, and they're floating over the whole wide world. Lucille snuggled close to her mother, and soon they were both asleep. Uh-oh, Lucille said the next morning as she watched her mother try to toast a bagel in the fireplace. Marshmallows work better, Mommy. They sure do. So they ate marshmallows and apples and cheese and red Jell-O for breakfast. Lucille decided to draw pictures of everything she and her mom had done camping in. Oh, here's the red Jell-O. There's Mommy and Lucille sleeping, cookies, and the moon. I bet you could draw some pictures of what you do today. Just as she finished her moon drawing, they heard the car drive up. Lucille's dad called out, "We're home!" "How was your camping trip?" asked Lucille's mother. "I caught a fish for dinner," Franklin said. "I have 22 mosquito bites," said Francis. "I don't have any," said Franklin. "I caught a frog," said Francis, "but I let it go." "Dad forgot the dessert," said Franklin. "Who wants a marshmallow?" asked Lucille. "Look, they're saying thanks, Lucille." "Next year, you'll be old enough to go camping," said her father. "Maybe," said Lucille, and she smiled. Bye, Pleasant Plains. See you next time.